Good morning, everybody. So, yeah, how we doing? I got a cup of coffee. We got a convergence issue, and I'll explain what the convergence issue is, or at least what I was told it is. Um, First off, it's a wording that um, should not say what it says. It shouldn't say convergence, because for those of you who don't know, last night when I was working on this thing, I got everything set up. We got the offset set up. Got everything going. Kettle's howling. All right, Lossie, go get your morning tea. But or in your case, probably evening. No, I don't remember. Anyway, get your tea. Um, but we adjusted the offset and got everything to the point where we could print. We were trying to adjust the offset. We saved it, and then we started getting this error, a convergence error. Uh, So I asked around, I couldn't find anything. I went to the Discord, submitted a ticket, and was told that basically that means that I have exceeded the -10. Uh, I've gone over 10 mils. So I need to delete the model and rerun the model. So, quick little search, and we come up with this: how to delete the model. How to delete the model in the Cartographer 3D. Use the following command. So we have to delete this, then we have to recalibrate it, and then that should fix my issue. Should. We'll find out. So let's copy this up to the equal. We could just hit copy and then change model name, but we're just going to copy it up to the equal. We're going to come back here and paste this in, and I believe the name is default. So let's just hit enter and see if that works. Huh, well, that didn't do anything because it's telling me that the cartographer model convergence error, once the underlying issue is resolved. And so this is fun because it won't do anything because of the stupid error, it looks like. We'll find out. Yeah, it won't even let me run the little command to delete the default convergence error, or default convergence model. I'm pretty sure there's probably another way to do that. So let's get rid of that one. Hey, look, there you guys are. Look at you. You can see yourselves. Look at that. We just went into Inception there. It's just doom, 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 all the way back. Pretty cool. All right. Let's go back here. How do I view available cartographer models? How do I save a new cartographer model? How do I change the active cartographer model? Cartographer models. Let's go to the source. Let's see if there's something in here about how to manually delete this, huh? Cartographer list. You have list of default cartographer models. Where is this found? Because I see that, but where is this list found? Is there a place I can go to manually just delete the model? All right, well, let's just focus back on me. You guys don't want to sit there and see that, I don't think. Do. You know, can I do that from console? Yeah. But is the default the active model? I believe I only have the one. That's where I would like to be able to see a list of them, but according to the website here, to view the list, here, let me go back. You got cartographer model list. Shows the available models as indicated, which model is active. It'll tell you next to it. So if I grab this, the problem we have is because I've adjusted that offset, I think the way to bypass that is to change my Z offset. So if we go back here, or go here, let's see something. These config files are so old. Let me see something. Let me see if I have a config file from yesterday before we change that. I can just put the printer config file back in. Boop. All right. Config backups. There we go. This one was from yesterday. Yeah, at 8:30 last night. So let's just do this. Let's just grab this one. No, this one. This one. Download it. And let's save it. And let's go back up one. I could just move it, I know. But we'll just download it, move it. Yeah. Upload file. Let's go find that config. Oh, did I save it in my downloads folder? I probably did. No, I had to save it on there. Where the heck did I just save that to? You go away. Click here. Oh, keep. There we go. Drop it here. Okay. Oops, no. Right click, delete, delete, right click, rename, and then delete, rename. Now, restart. We'll just go back to the one prior to that and see if that fixes my issue. Oh, look, it fixed my issue. Weird. At least we're able to get into it. I don't know if that's going to have my PID tunes and stuff in there, so we may have to rerun PID tune and rerun the shaper test. But at least now we can go to list cartographer models. And of the cartographer model list, it shows only one, which is default, and it's active. Here, let me go to console so it's easier to see. But there you go. So cartographer model list, and then it shows the only one that's there is default, and it's active. So there's that. And now, if I go back up, we can actually remove default. But then this thing will probably get pissy with me, huh? Let's see. Let's see if it gets pissy. Well, it was removed from session. Now you got to save it and restart. So let's go ahead and save it and restart. And they also have an error in their text. It says printer configuration and restart clipper. So they got to put a space in here, right there. So I found a little error in their output. Let's see if this thing freaks out now that it doesn't have a model. No, it doesn't look like it cares. Now if we go back up and check model list again. No cartographer models loaded. Good. Now that there's no models loaded, let's go ahead and first let's home everything, get everything set up, and then get our offset saved, and then we'll run the command to save a model. So let's go back here and home everything. Stuff's moving. Okay. And, no cartographer model loaded. That's right. So now we have to create a cartographer model. So let's go back here and cartographer models. Scroll down. This is just talking about the models. Let's go to create model. Cartographer threshold scan, touch. Can you use cartographer without touch, without changing firmware? Yes, yes, you sure can. Da-da-da-da. Under scanner, change the model type from touch to, or touch to mode scan. So from touch to scan. Okay. We've just been using scan. Probe switch, touch, then save config. That's not what I want to know. Creating a scan model. I'm not awake right now, guys. I fell asleep really late, woke up and came out here. So I'm not awake, and this isn't like anything I planned. I just want to get this done, and I want to document what I'm doing to potentially help others. They can sift through the hours of me being an idiot to find the useful bits. Plus, I'm still trying to decompress the brain. So let's just go back. No, that's not what cartographer settings and commands. Cartographer calibrate. I don't want to do cartographer calibrate threshold. I want to do is I want to come over here to install and setup. Config. Fine tuning, cartographer models. I think we were just here, huh? Yeah. Cartographer calibrate. That's what we want to do. Creates a model, which is called default. This will save your printer config. Save change. Yep. Okay. So let's just do the cartographer calibrate real quick. So let's go back to it. I'm pretty sure that's in here. I'm pretty sure I already did that. So let's just kind of keep. There it is. Cartographer calibrate. Must home XY first. Okay, so home X, home Y. Now we run cartographer calibrate, which is funny because homing X and Y moves them out to the edge, and then you hit cartographer calibrate, and it's way, way down, like way down. Let's open the door real quick here. And it's not even over the center. You would think that when you homed X and Y, it would tell you to then move it to the center. But when you click here, that just tells you to home X and Y, which you do. And then it says, when performing the cartographer calibrate command, the model is called default. This will save. I saved in the printer config after you complete the save config. This could either be via the command web UI. See, the default model will be loaded automatically when the machine is turned on. So I only have one model. I could go through and create several models, one for hot, one for cold, one for different sheets. For me, for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and do one. Change the home values. Yeah, I'm going to do this based on what it told me, and we'll see what happens here. But right now, when we go back to this, we got to move up 108, it says, which is not completely accurate, but, you know. Worst part is you hit that and it goes up 2, you hit that, it goes up 4. So I don't understand why you have plus plus. And we're going the other way. See, we're going down now. Yeah, so we need to go the other way. I should have lifted the bed up closer, but... And how does it know that it's at 108? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does it know that? I wish you could click here and type in to go to 0. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't know that it's at 108, and without a model, it can't scan and go up. You know what I mean? It's weird. So I have to just keep on keeping on here, keep moving this thing up. They really should figure out a way to do this where it'll still home without a model. You shouldn't have to have a model file present. So this thing can move all the way to where it needs to be. Because right now the bed's not even done. It should be able to do like a scan and not have an issue. And since it was freaking the hell out, I can't do too much with it, you know? I got to bang all of them in so I can get the back Z motor to come up into place. I'm bringing them all the way up until they're touching, so we got a little clicky bangy going on here. There, everything is up. Now that we've got everything up, what am I looking at here? Hold on, end stop in the bottom, like the V2. There is no end stop in the bottom. Yeah, there's no bottom end stop. It all just does its thing. All right, we got everything kind of up and in place now. That's about all that we can do. So we'll go ahead and accept that just for right now, because now it's all the way up, and it says that the Z is still at a positive number, which it's not. But let's go ahead and home all real quick again. And there's that. And now that it homed, let's do a Z tilt. Yeah, that probe leaves a hella gap. And that, the cartographer needs to get moved in a little bit there. Looks pretty good there. And then this can go out a little bit. So we'll have to change those because it's going just off the side of the bed. But there we go. Okay. All right. We ran some scans. We did some stuff. We moved the probe. Now let's adjust that Z offset, shall we? So let's see. Where is our... I shouldn't have closed the damn window that had the information up that I needed, because now I got to go look for it again. All right. Z offset. Adjust the offset and slicer. No, I don't want to adjust the offset and slicer. I want to adjust the offset in here. Reopen, close tabs. Yeah. Scanner underscore Z touch offset. Z offset is controlled by this parameter, it says, but let's just, oh, probe calibrate. Is that going to work for this? Let's see. I don't remember if probe calibrate worked last night. Probe calibrate. Nope, probe calibrate doesn't work. All right. Let's see. Let's move this up to 0 real quick. Yeah, 0 is way the hell off. Like, way the hell off. Let's put this under here, because that goes to 10. So we did that. That probe looks like it's supposed to be where it's at. Based on what I'm seeing, it's to 2 to... Yeah, all right. Well, now let's do this again. Now everything is homed, offset, or it's in its place. Let's see if we can run the cartographer calibrate again. There we go. Now let's move this up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, it's giving me the out of range now. You biscuit eating bulldog. Come on. Out of range. Come on. I need more range. I wonder, because even at its highest here, we're still going to have to go out of range to do this. I don't understand that part. Like, why is it like telling me my range? Move out of range. 50 or 58, 60, negative 5.99. Allow Z to go negative. Yeah, oh, you're right. I'm an idiot. Thanks, Los Inc. Let's go here. Let's go down to Z and see where we're our maxing out our Z at. How far negative can Z go? There we go. Yeah, we're maxing it at 5. Let's make it go to 10. Save and restart. Let's go back here. Let's redo what we just did. Because, you know, because it looks like that should be enough at 10. I hope. We'll find out. Right? So let's go ahead and home everything. Well, Zink, thanks for being here and helping me be, you know, stupid. Like I said, I'm not awake today. At least not yet. At some point I'll wake up. And of course, no cartographer model loaded, which is messed up because I just ran the stinking cartographer calibrate. Okay, let's move all this up so we have less to deal with. You stay put. I'll hold you here. Let's go ahead and run the model again because the model or the calibrate messed up when we did that. So let's home X, home Y, and then let's go ahead and rerun calibrate, which is messed up. There. All right. I know that's wrong, and I don't care. I'll fix it later. But now that we got that, let's home all. There. Okay. Now, let's run a Z tilt real quick. And since it aired out, it didn't save the config with the calibrate in it. Morning, 3D Medic Vince. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, it's morning. I'm up. I'm on. This printer's kicking my butt. I have to readjust that. I should probably do that next time in there. Okay, that's in its home spot now. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Let's stop below model range. No shit, really? Wow. All right. Run it again. There we go. Now, toolhead stop below model range. Why does it keep doing toolhead stop below model range? Anyway, home it again. Let's just home this thing. There. Okay. Can't seem to get a Z tilt out of it to save my damn life at the moment. What theme are you using for mainsail? I think it's just the default one. I didn't put this one in. No, it's, let's see. UI settings, dark mainsail. Yeah, it says dark mainsail theme. So, yeah, sorry, Benny. Let's save this model real quick so that it stops arguing with me and maybe a little save and restart. Yeah, it's nice and simple. I'll have to, you know, I'm just leaving this be for now. The reskinning the theme is a later thing. Right now, I just want to get this thing to the point where I can actually calibrate it and do stuff. So I hope. That's the hope. I'd like to get this thing printing today. I like to throw just a simple little model at it and tell it to go. Let's see if we can Z-tilt now. We're probably going to have to go in and adjust those numbers a little bit. It's readjusting. Coming down. There. It's there. Came back to the center. Dropped. There. Did we get it that time? Look at that. Probe tolerance is within range. We could run it again, but right now what we want to do is set this to 0. Now, let's do negative. Let's move it to negative. -5, not 50. -5. Okay, well. -6 grabs. Hard. Okay. See, look, by playing around with the numbers up there and got this to here, now it says my offset should be this, and that's wrong. So let's clear that. Let's home everything again, and we'll just play with these down here. I should be, I should be smarter about things, but I just know the stupid ways I do stuff, and it's not the right way. I know that. Wow, that thing just totally puked itself. Look at that. Yeah, I know the tool head is below range, you dingbats. Home all. This cartographer, I don't know. I just love my good old switches. You know what I mean? Like clicky, clicky, done. That's way off. Z-tilt adjust. We'll use the actual offset, I guess. Since probe calibrate doesn't work, and I don't know if it's scan or calibrate or what, but I should probably do some snooping, huh? Because like right here, it just says, run scan _ touch _ Z offset. The default value is -5. So if we try this, I bet you it doesn't work, but we'll try it. That's for touch mode. We're not in touch mode. We're in scan mode. And when I try, you load your model. Okay, first set your Z to, let's try additional calibrations, and then we'll fine tune. Apply offset, or Z offset apply probe. Let's follow these directions here, huh? Let's do the smart thing. Let's do this. What it says to do here. So let's stop beating a dead horse and pay attention. There's the stream again. Look at you guys. Look how cute y'all look today. There we go. All right. Tool head out of range again. Home all. Jesus H. Just home everything and quit being stubborn about the tool head being out of range. It's not out of range. Okay. Try Z-tilt again. See if we can get this thing to square up. Coming back, doing it again. So we might be getting somewhere. It might just need to square up a few times. You know, like in boxing, you got to square up a few times because look, now it's going. And now it's in tolerance. There we go. All right. Well, Benny, then you're the pro. You should help me out. All right. let's go ahead and do the thing. Copy this, come back here, paste this in, and enter. Now it's at 0. Now we come back here, and we're going to need to move to the negatives. So we're just going to do the set G offset Z -1 move 1, and we just repeat until once satisfied, apply. You just did the cartographer calibrate method equals manual. Oh, so if I do this, if I type this part in, then what? For touch specific. Ah, yeah. I should probably just go through the whole damn setup and set up so it does use touch, so it'll come down, hit the nozzle on the plate and says that's where I'm supposed to be, and then adjust off of that. And that would be smart, you know. Right now I'm just using it as scanner mode. And it's kind of being a scanner pain in my ass. I should just enable touch and be done with it. But let's just completely repeat ourselves over and over and over again. You know, let's put this under here. Yeah, that fine adjustment there is going to be enough to drive me nuts. So let's move -5.1. Yeah, that ground it right up to it. So let's go back up. And let's do we got to put the plus in there. I don't remember. I think we do, don't we? Yeah, because otherwise it'll move to that. So we're going to do plus. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now it's too far. There. That should be pretty good there. Getting a little drag on the paper. Okay, now how do we want to apply this? We want to do Z offset apply probe. Okay. We'll do this based on the instructions. Cartographer model set with a default of -3.92. Please run your save. Okay, save. There we go. Ah, making a mess. All right, there it is. Wait for this to restart. Oh, look. Now we're getting the convergence error again. I cleared the model. I ran the calibrate. I'm still getting the damn convergence error. So we're right back to where we started from. This is just a pain in my ass. So let's go back here. Let's just go back here. Let's just go back to... We're doing this cold too, so that is part of it probably, huh? SPC3D, what's going on, good sir? Good morning. I should probably just take a break from this thing for a while. Let's see. Clipper setup. We've already got that. Updating Moonraker config. That should all be in there. Cartographer is in here. Let's go back to machine, scroll down. Cartographer probe. Let's just play the game. Let's just do this. Let's just grab this here, move this over here, grab this here, put this here. Let's just go back up and installing cartographer module, clone the repo. I know I've already got the cartographer clipper get in there. Remember to update the mainsail UI. Let's go take a look in Moonraker. Scroll down. Mainsail config, mobile raker, crow's nest, cartographer, get repo. That's good. This is under dev. Let's change that to stable because we want stable. And then origin is set to cartographer 3D, cartographer clipper. We got that. The environment for this one says, I wonder if changing this is going to break anything. What do you guys think? Should we just copy this one into Moonraker and be done with it? It does say false, does say clipper, and does say cartographer probe. The only thing that's different is this has an environment in it, and it also has the install script. And then, yeah. So these two lines are not in the default one on cartographer's main page. Everything else in this part is correct. So if I comment these two out, just for right now. Oh, and the install script, sorry. Install script is also not in there. So let's comment that out as well. We'll comment these out. Then if it says dirty, detect the following file, install sh, soft should be fixed. Something went bang back here behind me. All right, well, let's save and restart and let's just see what we get. Other than the fact that we know that our file is pissed off at us. There. Good morning, built over bot. Good to see you, sir. Let's go to dashboard. Yes, we're still getting this stupid error. So let's click here. Let's go back to machine. Let's, just for the sake of my sanity right now, let me get rid of this stupid error so we have some abilities to do stuff. And then let's click on download. Let's drag this back into here. Let's go back. No, close that, not go back. Right click, rename, make this the printer config file. And while we're at it, let's go down here. Let's go to our Z or Z. We're going to make this the dreaded -10 to scare the shit out of everybody. Save and restart. And we have more Z travel in the negative direction. I'm going to have to go in and adjust some numbers for the other stuff too. So let's get back in there and do all that once while we're here. Let's go back in here, scroll down. And let's see, max -3 min position. Yeah. All right. Scroll down. Good morning, or more room for activities. Yes, Losink, more room for activities. Bed heater, control fans, idle timeout, bed mesh, 1525, 9100. So that's good for the bed mesh. However, let's turn this back down. We'll go back to 3030. And let's come back down here and let's see. our probing positions are fine. Kinda. We want to take this one in. I'm gonna make this one 20. See, there's your X, your Y. Okay. I don't know why I moved those. My ADHD is kicking in today. Give myself more crap to do. And then instead of, so it goes there, then back, and then over and up, -8, 145. Yeah, you know what? There. Save and restart. We'll just see. All right, that part. Give it a minute. Click here. Scroll down. And let's rescan everything and see if taking and commenting out those lines broke anything in the cartographer probe. Got it. Caught it. Look at me go. Yay, sports ball. It's funny that in here it's telling us that the cartographer, it says under the update manager, it'll say cartographer, but here it says cartographer probe because up here we told it cartographer pro. It says cartographer there. I think in mine it says cartographer probe. It's weird. But it looks like everything except for there's a package update. We'll do that later. That's just in the OS side of it. It should be fine. There we go. Finding the ID. We've already done this part, but let's go on to Clipper config. We do not 100% guarantee touch compatibility with all printers. Responsibility, read the description. We already know that. The toolhead and gantry must be rigid. It is as rigid as it can be for a Core XY. This part's fine, but let's see here. The toolhead and gantry / carry must be rigid. Yes, okay. Desired results for the touch. So we have scanner, we have X, Y, offsets. So let's go into all right. One thing I'm trying to figure out is where the hell this file is. I think it's in my printer config, right? Yeah, it is. It's in the printer config. We scroll down. Should copy that out, make it an include, and then put it in its own file. That way it's easier to find. Because here's cartographer. We've got, we have this part, but we don't have scanner, MCU scanner, because this is, if you're doing a CAN bus, we are not. We are doing it USB. Where is, if you're using USB? Because I don't have the CAN bus variant. I'd like the CAN bus variant, not going to lie. Do they have something in here about like USB? Okay, well, I kind of wonder if we steal this part. Let's see what's different for the most part. Bed mesh we've got elsewhere. There's a lot more in here. Like our Z-Safe homing is fine. Resonance tester, that's gonna be elsewhere. Temp sensor for the cartographers in the temp section. Let's go to bed mesh real quick and let's see if our bed mesh is similar to that. I don't believe it is. Bed mesh. Yeah. Min of 35 and 6. Ours is not. Max would obviously pretty much not get moved. The probe count. Okay. So let's do this. Let's just copy the bed mesh portion real quick. Let's highlight this section and comment it out. Control question mark. Comments out all of it. Dadgummit. Hold on. Close, don't save. I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting I gotta unhighlight it before I do that. Otherwise you just enter and delete it all. Like an idiot like I did. Okay, bed mesh. Highlight all of this. Control / down arrow. Control V, paste that in. Zero reference should be 5860. And speed can stay. Horizontal move Z is set to 5. That's fine. And then scanner, height of scanner during bed mesh scan, mesh 35 by 6. Okay. Start point for the bed mesh. The mesh max for me, or mesh min, I have 1525. So let's do 15. Whoops. 25. And then our max is 90 and 100. There we go. Okay. So we have that in there. And then, of course, the temperature is, I believe, way up here. I might be wrong. It may have been at the bottom. Let's see. Some auto-tune temp stuff. Let's see. Temp for that, temp for that. There's those two temps. Try to keep all the temp stuff together, but this isn't my setup, so. Fan controller, bed mesh stuff, Z-tilt, cartographer, maybe it's under it. Let's see, residence, safe home. I know the cartographer's in there, so I know it's in here somewhere. Or at least I thought it was. Well, we'll just copy that for the moment. And then for us, for input shaper, let's go to resonance. Resonance is that. Their probe points are 60, 60, 20, which technically it's 58, but whatever. And then he actually has the acceleration in per hertz is 125 hertz per second. This part, if we take it out, go based off that. Center, so home XY, so Z safe homing. Okay. Got there, Z hop is 10. There's that part. Z stepper, virtual probe end stop, which we don't have to mess with because that part's working. Now let's go to calibration. Latest version of Clipper. currently there's an issue with the latest version of Clipper. That's as of the 4th, which will require Clipper downgrade for now. This will be resolved shortly. To downgrade, you need to be on V0, 12, or earlier. Ignore the message about detaching head to upgrade manager. Initial calibration. All right. Anybody still here listening to this craziness that I'm going through? Because I'm curious if anybody's actually here. Just some background noise, I think. Well, Captain, thank you. And thank you. Good to see you guys. Yes, sadly. All right. Let's see here. If you want to use Cartographer to auto Z offset, you will need to follow any extra touch specific instructions. Let's set it up with touch. Let's kind of go down the rest of the way here. The one thing we need to do though is save and restart real quick. So let's get that done. It is saying the latest version of Clipper is having an issue. So let's go just for giggles once it's done here. Scroll down and take a look. We are using, it says you must be on 4. We're not. So now we got to log into the damn thing and downgrade our Clipper. So let's go into the Pandora's box here. All right. Let's get logged in. Move this down a little bit. Scoot this part over a little bit. Move this off frame. We need CD into Clipper. Then we need to do a get fetch, get checkout, and then sudo service Clipper restart. So we copy all that. Let's see if it'll do it all. Nope. So it does not see that file in there, which is funny because it did just restart it though. So I guess we'll play the let's just see what happens game. We don't want to end that. We'll leave that there. All right, well, if you want to use your cartographer to auto Z offset, you will need to allow the following or follow any extra touch. So let's copy this. Let's go to console. Let's right click and paste that in there. All right, unknown command, probe underscore switch, probe switch touch mode. It doesn't even know that. So I guess I can't even follow that because mine's an older USB one. So maybe it doesn't have touch. So we'll just skip that part. So let's just do a G28XY. Paste it. Okay, there's that. Okay, position the nozzle in the center of the bed. For me, that's going to be a G0 space X58 Y60 and hit enter. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to do the cartographer method equals manual. Actually, first thing I want to do is go back here, go to dashboard. I want to home all first, actually, and then run a Z tilt if I can, because I want to get the bed level-ish. So we're going to get the bed level-ish. Yeah, everything grinded because, you know, they're way off. A little self-adjust here. Get this thing kind of back where it needs to be. Let's see if after 2 go-arounds, if it'll level itself out. Then we'll There we go. Maybe. Nope. Still thinks it's off a little. There we go. All right. Now it's back to center. So let's go ahead and home X, home Y, and then now we'll come back here. We'll go back to console mode. Click here, go up, and then let's move that back out to the center. Okay. Now we're going to do the cartographer calibrate method manual. Paste it and hit enter. There we go. It's currently at -10. You can either use the web interface or you can type that to lower. In this case, we want to bring it up. All right. All right. Well, let's adjust, shall we? I threw that piece of paper earlier. Good thing it didn't go very far. Ha ha ha. Okay. We got this. Now let's just start moving it to the negative. Actually, at a -4 now, it hits just right. Accept. There we go. And now that that part's done, we're going to do a, oh, there it goes. It's putting in the magic numbers, and now it lets me save. I'm going to follow the directions, though, guys, like to the number. I'm not even going to hit the button. I'm actually going to paste it in here. Save config. Okay. Now we're going to do the G28. G28. Enter. Home everything. And then we'll do a probe accuracy. This will not touch the bed. It will use the scanner to measure that everything went grind, grind, grind. What the hell just happened there? Because everything went grind, 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 and then it did some craziness. All right. Well, let's do another G28. I want to see what the hell I missed. Okay. That thing is sagging in one side. All right. Anyway, there it is. Just messing around with lithophanes, Captain. Nice. Lithophanes are fun. Lithophanes are fun. All right. Probe accuracy. Let's see if the probe accuracy thing will work. Okay. We just did probe accuracy. You can now measure the backlash of your Z. Estimate backlash. Let's do this. Paste it in there. I am noticing something. I'm thinking I have to move something. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. There we go. Do. All right. Make sure that the backlash estimation that is given, you will get the results spit out starting with median backlash move distance. Another delta measurement called delta. Take note, locate the configuration section marked backlash compensation. In this case, there's a 2.01. Hold on. Where's the delta 0.00810 over 20? Okay. In this line, it measures what's called delta. Take note of that value. Locate the configuration section marked backlash. And it says to update this section with the new estimated backlash compensation. It is a good idea to do this compensation test at all four corners of your printed plate, and then again in the middle. If your printer has belted Z, the value will reach the corner deviation heavily compared to the other corners. Okay, so basically they're telling me that I need to move my print head to the 3 places. Trying to see if you can use a lithophane to make a multicolored textured maker coin for Rocky Mountain. Damn, dude. A dual-sided lithophane coin? That'd be interesting. Now, what would be interesting, and the problem is based on 3D printing, would be to do something where you have like a LED that points out of both sides. You know, instead of like a hold it up to the light thing, like have an LED that's in there that's like a dual-sided LED that shines out of both sides. So when you hand them a coin, they could like have the lithophane shining out, but you'd have to have some kind of craziness for that. Yeah, it would be interesting, but it would be a lot of work, and I don't know how crazy you are on tedious little bullshit projects that come out of Dan's mouth. All right, from the center, we get a delta that is 008. So we're just going to copy this for now. We can go through this headache later of moving this thing into the 4 corners, or the 3 corners. And by 3 corners, I mean the 2 corners in the back middle, because it's not really corners. We copy that, and now it says we need to put that part in the backlash compensation. So now we need to go here, machine, and let's go down to printer config, and then let's scroll down into the section in here, and we want to look for target compensation, or backlash compensation, right? Backlash compensation, yes. So let's comment out the default number that they put in there, and then let's paste in our number that we got. Save and restart. All right, the Z-tilt section, quad gantry, I've already played with that part. We don't need like quad gantry, we really don't need its Z-tilt because that just meshes on the three points. Quad gantry is not a thing for this printer. Shenanigans made a light up maker coin, so it is possible. Yes, built over bot. I did see that Shenanigans did that. It is possible. It's just, is it possible and are you able to get the light transfer through the small little 3D print to bring out the detail in a lithophane? If you are not, let's see, if you're not using touch, you should now continue to this guide. I am not using it, so we're going to continue to this guide for right now because I think the old USB one that I have will not do it, but that's okay. Clipper screen. Unfortunately, we can skip the clipper screen part. If you are using more than just the default cartograph model, you can, we are not. Setting the Z offset. Before modifying your Z offset, make sure that you have set your Z position to 0. To do this, we need to go here, and then this is just going to tell us how to move this up and down, which is what we've already done, and this is where we keep running into problems. But let's follow the guide. Home all real quick, and then we'll set our Z to 0. Yes, I said Z. Filament LED would work great. Yes, a filament LED would be awesome. All right, now let's give it a quick Z tilt. Let's get this thing back leveled out because that bed is constantly sagging in the rear. That cable chain is constantly pushing down on that back. A belted Z with a cable chain that just keeps forcing it down is a pain in the ass, if anybody's wondering. I could probably move down the part in the back there, take the 2 screws loose, slide down the plastic bit that the cable chain connects into so it's not riding so high. I need to take that white braided cable guard that he put in there and put that on those cables to hide them. All right, now that that part's done, let's hit copy this. Let's go back here. Let's go to console, paste it in. Like I said, we're following the guide, guys. There, we're at 0, and we're off just a skewch. Now let's just see if we can get this to work without freaking the hell out. We're going to copy this part. We're going to paste it over here because we need to go negative. So let's paste it in there. Let's put this under here. And it's moving at such a small amount. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's make it a 1.01. That was a bit much. It's actually, yeah, too much. So let's go back up, move this to a plus, and that was too much. Minus 2.5. Minus 1.5. 1.5 is too much. Go back to plus. And 1. Okay. Now let's go to minus 0.5. Too much. $2.5. There we go. Okay. Now that part's done, we copy this and let's see if this thing will freak the hell out again. All right, there's that. Now let's go ahead and tell it to save. And we'll see if we get the stupid error message again. No, no stupid error message. Everything seemed to have worked there. Now we have the migrate your cartographer to scanner. Migrating from cartographer to scanner. If you've been using cartographer, it's time to update to scanner. So, darest we go down the headache of migrating to scanner and follow all this craziness? Let's just do this real quick. Ready? Hit home. We're not going to play around with scanner right now. Let's just see if we get this thing to push some freaking plastic before we go making more changes, right? Why do you always freak out like that, you stooge? Now let's do another Z offset. Let's see if we get this thing to push some plastic now that it didn't freak out there. Oh, I gotta go for a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. I gotta take you off for a second. Give me just a minute. Be right back. Watch that go. All right, what'd the dog get into while I was gone? Huh? All right, guys, I'm back. Oh, it's cold out today. It's like 11 degrees, but for some reason it feels much colder. Could put my mic back on. All right, there we go. Mic's on. I'm up. It did stuff. It didn't freak out. All right, we're going to do this simple little rail file. Our offset should be good now. It didn't freak the hell out. So let's print a 7-minute file. It's in PLA. I got the door open because it's PLA. yeah, let's see what happens. I'm probably gonna throw the ASA in this thing and reprint these fridge doors on the printer. Yeah, damn, it's a heat wave here. -10 to yesterday to 27 today. Yeah, Captain Kern, or Captain Kern, not Kieran, Kern. It's warm. It's 29 here. Low sync. I wish. Yeah, it's like 11. And for some reason, I was much warmer when I came out the first time. Yeah, it's 11. Wait, let me see. Let me see if it changed. Sorry, it's 21. I'm sorry, guys. It was 11 2 hours ago. It's 21 now. But for some reason, that 21 feels colder than the 11 did. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but for some reason 21 right now. So my bad. It was 11 earlier. I looked and didn't update. All right. Let's see something. Did I add the Pandora's box into the lovely, let's see. No, I did not. No, we didn't. All right, well, what's the IP address on this thing so we can add it in? Let's go back full screen now with this. There we go. Let's find my IP real quick. There we go. All right. Click the plus. Let's just do a quick scan and see if it finds it. The Big Tree Tech, it started life as a Panda Touch, and now it's a K-Touch because I flashed the K-Touch firmware because I have more Clipper devices than I do bamboo devices. So, yeah, if anybody hasn't seen my video on how to do that, it is here on YouTube. I did put out a video on how to flash between Panda Touch and K-Touch. It's the same process, just use the most current 2 files to go back and forth. It's supposed to be a high of 68 here, last I checked, in northeast Colorado. Yes. By the way, Captain, like I said, I will be at Rocky Mountain with my wife this year. We are going to Colorado as a vacation getaway. We will be going to Rocky Mountain, for sure on Saturday. I'll probably be going by myself on Sunday at some point. So when I'm there, I will be looking for you, good sir, because I would like to get a high five, a hug, a handshake, a fist bump, whatever. I personally do hugs when I meet. I have no problem with hugging people. Everyone has germs. We're all going to get germs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about it. But, good sir, it would be nice to see you. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I did run into you at Rocky Mountain last year. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I know that voice sounds familiar, that face looks familiar, and the more I think about it, the more I think at some point we probably talked because I had the table that was giving out the Libre boards. So my table had I had Da from Libre there. We were giving out the Libre boards. So I'm sure you were there. I'm going to go back in and fix that again too, because for some reason it is not happy, joy. It is still going round and round. There we go. All right. Oh, we got too many executes on that. All right, let's go fix something real quick here. Let's go back into the printer config. Let's uncheck that box first. All right. So when it's doing Z tilt, we got to go find Z tilt. Calm down. Oh, you were sick as a dog last year? Oh, you weren't there last year. Okay. Well, it's just probably from listening to your streams and probably having listened to your streams in the past. Because we have our points as -10 here, and we need to change that because it was not -10 and 0. The 0's fine. It's the 10. We need to come in not 10, but we need to come in 25. Then in the rear, 58 is fine. 75, we need to go back farther. Right? Yeah, we need to go back farther to, I think it was 100. And then this point was at 90. We need to go to 100 here, I believe, and 0 is fine. So Z tilt, 0075, retry 6, horizontal move 5. There we go. All right, save and restart. And then let's go back to here. Let's rerun a Z tilt ourselves. And let's see if rerunning it now. Home all. Well, Captain, I'm hoping to run into you, good sir. There we go. Everything went grindy, grindy, grindy because it was off a little bit. That's what happens. It's that stupid ass end keeps sagging too far. All right, that's in more. That's better. Kinda. Yeah, probe trigger after move. Did I push the probe off the bed? I think I did. I went back too far. Oh yeah, I went back way too far because the probe is all the way off the bed now. So we got to move that in. All right. Well, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Serious droop. Yeah, it gets some serious ass droop because that stupid cable chain back here, this cable chain, I need to drop this down so it takes some of that tension off because when it gets up to the top, it's got that bend. And I think if I shift that, it'll be better. Someone's up early, streaming early. Wave. Good morning, Shammy. How is Fabrico today? Hopefully Fabrico is fabulous. By the way, guys, for anybody who doesn't know, Shammy is a big part of Fabrico. You also know him as XR Bunker. You'll see him in here as XR Bunker as well. He's got an awesome website where he does all sorts of like custom PCBs and shit, not just for 3D printing, but primarily like 3D printing related stuff. But so if you check out xrbunker.works, right? It's XR Bunker Works. Let me do this real quick because I love Shammy. He's always been an awesome dude. XR Bunker Works. Finer than the frog's hair. Or yep. There we go. Here we go. Copy, paste, Control V, enter. There you go. So he's got a full catalog of all the different stuff he does. I have met Shammy probably, let's see here, Shammy, I think we first met at Murph, obviously. What was that, 2020, 2021, somewhere in there. We met at Murph, talked a little bit there, and then just over the years at the different events, we have talked many, many times. Rocky Mountain, yep. Well, we met at, because didn't you go to Murph in 2020, 2021, somewhere there? Weren't you at at Murph, not Rocky Mountain, but at Murph, Midwest? Because I know at Rocky Mountain, we hung out quite a bit, you and I. Nope, didn't. Okay, so yeah, it was definitely Rocky Mountain for sure. I've seen you in many chats prior, but at Rocky Mountain, Shammy and I spent many evenings sitting down in the hotel lobby, just evenings, mornings, everything, you know, just hanging out in the lobby, chatting it up. Shammy's a good dude. I love Shammy. Tripod, good morning, sir. We are trying to get this lovely little printer to quit being the stubborn little shit, as it were. And I'm changing things, and sometimes I'm changing things a little too much. So now we got to go back and fix something that we just changed. Here we go. We don't want to go back to 100. We want to leave this at 80. I believe it was 80. So we'll leave this at 80 now and save it. Go back to dashboard, wait for it to restart, and then we'll rehome and rescan. This does have, again, for those who don't know, this little guy is running a cartographer. And as you can see, we get a lot of ass sag from that cable chain. So let's go ahead and home all again. You're going to hear it grindy, maybe. You may even see some belt jump because that back end sags and the top two come up first. See? And there we go. Now we'll go ahead and do Z tilt. And it's already freaking out. Probe not triggered after move. Let's try Z tilt again. There we go. It's a little hit or miss at times. 80 is good there. That pushes the, there we go. And then that stays more inside the line. That's more centered now. And then this corner, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay. And it's still retries aborted, probing out of range. The tolerance was at a 8.00828 tolerance when it should have been at a 0.007. It's funny, now that we did this, let's do this. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go back and recalibrate probe accuracy again. Oh, wait. We don't want to do probe accuracy. We want to do probe calibrate. We got to go, there we go, probe calibrate. Let's move it to the center first. Oh, no, we don't want to do probe calibrate because we just did probe calibrate, right? Yeah. Oh. Or did we? Let's run Z-tilt again and just see. Because it is saying it is quite a bit out of range, but it shouldn't be. Just run the Z-tilt again with a hotbed. Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to see here. We're still getting a crazy tolerance. Well, it got better. No, that got worse again. There we go. Tolerance, it's getting better. Let's just preheat the bed and see what happens, shall we? Take that bad boy up to 60. Why is the bed heater saying that it is currently at 52 degrees? It is on. Why the hell is the bed on? That's craziness. Did it not turn off the bed? It was saying that it wasn't on. That is a oopsie. What's the tolerance set to? 0.00 or 0.0075 or 0.075? I'll have to double check in the config. But yeah, the bed is actually at 57 degrees currently anyway. 57C. We'll just run it again and see what happens. I'm going to rerun the probe accuracy, I think. I might have to, I think. Or probe calibrate. How many tries? 6. That part I remember. 6 retries. Yeah, we're still at 0.81, so we're going to have to rerun the... is it the calibrate we need to rerun or the accuracy? It's not the accuracy, it's the calibrate. We need to recalibrate the cartographer. We just did the manual calibrate, and now it's saying that it's 0.193652 with a tolerance of 0.075. 0.075. I know this bed is quite wonky, but I don't think it's that bad. Damn. And it doesn't look like it's off now that we got everything lined up, so I'm kind of wondering. If I rerun the calibrate, I just don't want to go down this headache again where if I run probe calibrate and have it freak out again. It's just lovely nightmare. Let's just keep running the frickin' Z-tilt a few times and see if it gets any better. The back is... Oh, the back end is loose again. The back cable is, or the back belt is quite floppy again. This stupid design for this back belt. It's annoying. Oh, that's probably my problem, is my rear Z belt is not happy. It keeps jumping. Like, Like, it is floppier than floppy. Like, this belt's good, this belt good, this belt not good. And I don't, oh, God, I don't want to have to keep taking this damn plastics off. I should just leave the panels off for now until this thing's printing. Look, guys, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. All right, it's just how it is. All right, it's just how it's going to be for me. I think that's probably why that guy gave up on this thing, was he started doing stuff to it and it got it more and more crazy. And that's what he did. He just gave up on it. That's what I'm thinking. That's why it sat. And then, of course, me, the glutton for punishment, here I am, continuing to mess with it. Take this panel out. Set that down. And then, let's see. Is this the one? I don't think it is. No. Okay. Where's my ball end? Where's my small ball end? Hey, on a side note, guys, I did get my drill back. I do have my drill bits. We could tear the whole damn thing apart again. Let's take this one off so we can get this door off. I got to reprint these because he did this fancy design. And it's kind of a pain with these because they have like an overhang on them. There we go. So doing things like taking the door off is a pain in the ass. Let's see. Take that out. That's supposed to be in there. We drilled that hole too big. But we'll reprint all these door parts. Okay. Oh, my freaking ferrules are still on the floor, guys. Remember when my box of ferrules just bit the dust last night? To just kind of add insult to injury, or, you know, make things worse for me. Because, you know, we were having a bad night last night. Still having a bad day today, but we're going to push past it. We're not going to dwell on certain things. Is this the right one? No. Dadgummit, that's a nice long one too. I don't remember which kit that came with. That one's too big. I need to go through all these damn Allens in this drawer, this little drawer here, and organize them better. You know? Is this the one I need? This is a nice long one. Holy cow. Oh yeah. Nope. Not the right one. I don't think. Yeah, it is it. It's just that screw up there I think is stripped out a little bit. I need to move the chat so when I look to my left I can see it. Because right now I can't see you guys. Woohoo! That stepper is toasty. Holy shit. That one's toasty. That one's not too bad, but yeah, these steppers are getting hot. I'm gonna have to change the current. There we go, that's loose. I think this one's probably stripped to shit. And .3D print colored sleeves for them to know what size they are. Oh, yeah. There you go, Vince. That'd be a good idea. Let me move this over here. And then let's catch this up to live. There we go. Hot, not even moving much. Got to put current down. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's currently they're just sitting, so it shouldn't be like that, you know. Yeah, that screw is pretty much screwed, to be honest with you. Oh damn. Yeah. It is quite toasty. that the both motors are getting quite warm. I can keep my hands on them for a little bit, but yeah, it is definitely quite toasty. So we have to turn the current down on the motors. I gotta set this on the side, guys. You're not gonna be able to see too much, at least not from there. But if I move you guys up and around, put you back in the little bracket that I 3D printed for this thing a long time ago. You can't see too much, but there's the floppy belt. Let's disengage the motors. The motors are currently in hold, guys. That ain't gonna help me much, huh? There. Should probably turn this off while I'm doing this, huh? Yeah, look at this. That is definitely not helping. There's got to be a better way to put tension on this. I wish I could find the old files so that I could use those instead. Because if I take out some of the belt, kind of looks like the belt may have pulled itself back through. I have to take off that rear panel again. Let me also there. Let the build plate cool down, huh? Hey, it is an LDO Motors PCB heater. You don't get the reason for the Z-belt? Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if it was lead screws, not gonna lie. It'd be more of like a salad, or the salad fork instead. But this is my problem right here. Because these two are nice and tight, and they're actually, you know, got a little bit better design. I almost wonder if you could get away with printing another one of these. But that one's good and that one's good. And then you got this little adjustment screw here to slide the whole thing up. It wraps around here. I got to see if there's a better way for that to mount up than what they're using. Because right now the problem I have is that screw got screwed in the hole. And now I can't get that to back out. There we go. We got it. We just had to use a little something extra. Okay. Now that's loose. Let's get that damn screw out of there. God, that thing's all marred to shit. I should just spin that damn thing around. Okay. Well. Get this screw the hell out of here. Cut a step or two away from the belt to get rid of that slop. Yeah, low sync, that was the headache that we were having with this thing, was trying to cut the slop out and then be able to still get it into where it goes into here in this top piece. But what I'm going to do right now is something I probably shouldn't do. Let's see something. Yeah, we shouldn't do this. So we're not going to do this. I should remove that heatsink and then drill through more into this plastic bit here, so I have more room for a screw to go farther in. You know what I mean? It's kind of a, I don't want to blame the designer, but I do want to say that it is not an amazing design by any means. It is definitely not a great design. And this is that part that we spent the other night, like, fighting hardcore. Because right now, as I tighten this, it is getting tight again. So let's see if we can get that screw to actually hold this time. I put a shorter screw in, and I'm basically driving this son of a biscuit-eating bulldog up a little higher. So we'll see if a shorter screw will fix my problem, right? Thank you for whoever is throwing JC. It's probably you, huh? You haven't gotten an email back? You won't for a while, bud. Don't ever think you're going to get something right away, okay? So just be patient. I know that is something that teenagers kind of have a problem with, but please be patient and just kind of hang in there, okay? You sent it last night. The guy has a family and everything else. So bear with him. There we go. This is working a little bit nicer this time. It's getting taunter, so let's see if that'll solve our problem, just replacing that screw with a shorter screw now. And something with a little bit wider head so I can get a little better torque on it with a little bit longer wrench too. There we go. That's feeling a bit tighter. Less chance of Z-banding on the belted Z. Thank you. Shane is definitely smarter than I am, guys. We all know this. Shane is way smarter with stuff than I am. I just know how to make things, like do things and talk to people. That's why I'm glad guys like Shane jump in chat and give you the details, because I'm not smart. That's why you guys keep me around. I'm just a pretty face. Or I'm just a guy who doesn't shut the hell up. There we go. Okay. Pretty close. Let's go a little bit tighter. Let's see. A little bit more. We're forcing it in there. Guys, we're making it happen. There. All right. Now let's get this. Is it this one? Was it this one? Yes. Okay, let's tighten this back down now. Let's tighten this back down now. And then let's go adjust those motor currents on these A and B motors, because they are hot, hot, hot. 28 subs. All right, JC, you are getting there, man. You are getting there. I will tell you, JC, it took me forever to get to those magic numbers I was looking for. Again, we're still trying to hit 2K by May. If anybody is not subbed and watching, help me out. 2K by May. Of course, it'll be May 2026, but, you know. I think a bunch of people are just sitting on it waiting, and what they're going to do is they're going to wait until, like, April. Or not April. June. There we go. Wait till June. There. Makes a nice little ping, ping, ping sound, right? Let's see. Yep. I'll take that. Let's see. Can we... No more by the ball end. So it's gotta... It's in there. It's in there. All right, we're going to leave the side panel and the door off for now, just to see what happens. We're printing in PLA, so we're going to see what happens now. All right, let's try running a Z-tilt again. So let's home all. Everything's mad. I dropped it down. Everything's mad. I dropped it down. Let's see if that Z-belt jumped. It did. It loosened itself up again. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the tension from being pulled out. Nope, it did. It's pulling out of this stupid piece back here. I can see where it just jumped up again. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. All right, take the back panel off. Let's cut the filament loose so we can do some stuff here. Filament's out. It keeps jumping like that when it hits. It needs a freaking max end stop, because I'm looking at it and it's just loose as shit. I should have lifted the damn bed up, but that still ain't going to help it over time. You know what I mean? Over time, it's still going to keep doing that. Well, JC, I do apologize, or you know, it sucks, man. It sucks. As a product of it and a man who's gone through it, I can get it. I can understand why, you know, things don't work. So it does suck for the wee ones. Like I said, my parents have been through it. My dad did it twice. My mom did it once. So I do wish you the best. But you'll be fine, guys, or you got this. You got this. That off of there. Just hang in there. Okay. Yeah, when it's grinding, it's just pulling, and it's pulling the belt loose. So, yeah. All right. Where did I just put my really long, really thin Allen? Where did I just put that really long, really thin Allen I was just using? Oh, I need this one actually right now, because we got to loosen this guy. All right. New printer setup, new room. That's the good part. Yeah, 2 Christmases, 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases, 2 Easters, 2 Halloween. I mean, find the positive, man. Like I keep telling everybody, I'm like, you know, stop looking for the negative, find the positive. You get 2 of everything now, man. I know it's kind of a selfish thing to say, but dude, you're just a kid. Enjoy life, you know? Find good things to enjoy. The bullshit going on with your parents isn't you. So don't worry about you. You just make sure that mom's taken care of, and that, you know, that's the important part, man. Take care of mom. Mom's going to need you around, so take care of mom. Love mom, support mom. Not saying anything bad about your dad. I don't know the whole situation. And for all I know, you know, I don't know. I don't want to know. You don't need to tell anybody, all right? You know, like your personal stuff is yours. Keep that to you. When you get older and you want to give away like personal info or talk to people about personal details, that's a bit different story. But for now, just know, man, like, you know, take care of mom, man. Moms are important. And sometimes moms will say or do things, and you just got to be there to support her, whether you like it or not. And I don't know if you're going mom or you're going dad. I don't know which one you're going, but just take care of mom. Going mom? All right, man. Well, like I said, take care of her. She's going to need you. She may say or do things that'll upset you. Just remember, mom's got it hard. You know, mom's going to have a hard time. So just take care of mom. That's all you got to do. Not say, like I said, dad, make sure he's okay too. Obviously, it sounds like dad's going to need some assistance as well. So take care of dad too. Love your parents. Enjoy your parents. Don't wind up a 46-year-old man who's, you know, been married and divorced. You know, married 3 times, divorced twice, obviously. But at least I can say that number 3 was the good one for me. As much as she loves me and gets annoyed by me, she still supports me in her own way, you know? So, but I will tell you, take your time in finding it, you know? Hole upstairs. Okay. Crank this bad boy loose, and we'll see if we can do something about this stupid. Get that all the way out of there. There we go. Now let's see what we can do to try and get this damn belt to cooperate. Let's move this build plate down. What are we having an issue with here today? Why are my Z-steppers still engaged? There. Now they won't be. I don't know why the hell they engaged. Oh, because we tried to home everything and then we started over. That's why. Okay. What would be nice is if this part could be on the other side and it would just grab the belt itself, and then I could just bring the 2 pieces of belt together and tension them from somewhere in the middle, you know? That'd be nice. Hey, realistically, I could just... couldn't, but it'd be cool if I could. All right. Let's see something here. Do I have any Gates belt floating around? I want Gates belt. I want the good Gates belt. I don't want the cheap garbage. There we go. Gates Power Grip GT. There we go. And this is much longer than this piece. So, line up the teeth, pull it down. We're going to go a little bit longer so that we can cut off, have some extra flapping out, right? Have a little extra flapping out. Pull it through. There we go. Now I'm going to pull out quite a few teeth extra. I want some extra. We'll nip it off. And I know this is where somebody would yell at me and say, but you need to have the right number of teeth so everything is synced up. And I understand that. But right now, I think part of my issue is just belt being wore, old, or something. So we're going to fish some belt and try to see if maybe there's the issue. Good Gates belt. None of that cheap garbage. There we go. Gates belt. Which, oddly enough, the other 2 belts are not Gates belt. So I wonder if maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe the other belt's a little bit thinner. So what we want to do is, this is going to go this way, pinching the belt, wrap it through. People say all kinds of things, Shane. Well, the people that say that are Thorpe. I'm going to blame Thorpe. I'm going to say it's Thorpe's fault. He's got a couple teeth out on this end here just for now. And realistically, going down in, having this little lip flipping out here isn't going to hurt nothing. So actually, let's do the top first, and we'll try to line the top. Try and get the top in there. We can pull the slack out the bottom more. But this belt definitely feels a bit thicker. And I do see where there could be the problem is there's a screw here, so as it pulls and forces, it could lift up on this end. So maybe there should be like a stop or something where you can catch here and pull that more. So I do see where there could be a flaw here where this, since the center's holding, this could, when it pulls, could lift this up a little bit and pull the belt back a tooth or two. Let's go out like 2 teeth. 2 teeth. There we go. All right, so that side will go. Hey, you know what? I'm an idiot though, guys, because I'm doing this the wrong way. I forget. You go this way, and then that'll go down, come around. It's got to go this way. So Dan was being dumb. I caught it now. So that's good. We're going to do like 2 teeth hanging out the top. Flip it around. There we go. Now we pull this. And we know we did a bunch of extra teeth, so we'll give ourselves a little more here. See how that does. And I'm just going to set it here for a moment because I want to see when I slide this up. Yeah, we need way more teeth out because all the way up, we got all this extra slack. So let's pull a lot of it down for now. And we'll pull a little more up too. Why not? I'm actually going to leave this loose. I'm going to just kind of put it in there and see if I can drag the teeth. Hey, hey, anybody who had a dirty thought, remember there's a 13-year-old boy in the chat. Stifle that. Is there enough room on top for and bottom for zip ties? Oh, you mean to like pinch the belt here with a zip tie? I think I left enough belt. I could probably do that. And I think when it goes up, I'll double check. We'll check and see. I'll leave the slop and we'll see if I can put a zip tie on it. That'll help keep it like you were. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That'll keep it from trying to pull itself back out. Good idea, Shane. Good idea. Let's see here. Let's just kind of line this up for a minute and get the screw started in the hole. Yeah, built over bot. I think you're probably right. Okay, put that there. Let's see. Okay. Okay. There's all that. Let's try to start this like screw just a little bit while everything is loose. Did it grab? It did grab. All right, screw is in the hole. Good. Now let's grab these 2 bits of belt here and let's see if that's loose enough that I can, well, we'll hold this end together and let's see if we can pull. Here, you know what? Keep it pinched there, pull here. Should put a zip tie on this side just to hold it. And then that way I don't have to fight so much. Let me see if I can find a good zip tie. We're just going to throw a zip tie on it just for right now. Keep one side from trying to pull back out. Zip ties are cheap, people. Zip ties are cheap. Buy and utilize your zip ties. Okay. Zip tie, hold that side. Then we can put a little force on this side. And then we'll tighten that screw down after we see something here. Part of the problem we're going to have is that screw is under there. It's under the belt, so you kind of got to shimmy the belt a little bit. It's kind of a silly thing. Let's pull this all up. Grab this. Okay. Pinch it down with the finger. Still a little floppy sloppy, but that's staying in place. And we have a little bit of room to adjust up here. So hopefully it still doesn't seem like enough, I don't think. I want to go like one more tooth if possible. There we go. Well, it moved one more tooth, or at least it felt like it did. All right, let's see something here. Let's do this. We got that side pretty taut. Let's take it off of that, and let's see. Without it dragging, it should hopefully let me get the 1 or 2 more teeth I want to get. Oh, it just, zip tie just let go. Son of a biscuit. Put a couple of them in on it. Who else is enjoying my pain and suffering today? Hopefully many of you. Hopefully many of you. Let's get a couple zip ties. Let's see if we can find a bigger, fatter zip tie. Any bigger, fatter zip ties? There's a big fatty. Big fat daddy. I mean, it's a little fat daddy, but it's a fat daddy. I don't know why they like overcomplicate so many pieces. You know what I mean? With like multiple parts and this and that. And it's like, why? Why do that kind of stuff? Like this should have just been one print like this. Screw hole through, leave your channel. Instead of it being a 2-part piece. That is zip tie gun. That would make life so much easier, you know? There's that piece. Sorry, chat. BLD, good to see you. Kit, what's going on? Can the tooth be flipped around so it's on top? No, it's keyed. They made it so the stupid thing was keyed. So it's not like it's just a flat part. They have keys in it. So this part here, you got some notches. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's 2 little notches there that this drops into. But yeah, that would be the joys of what I'm currently frustrated with. Let's just get that. Replaced it with a Gates belt though, so there's that. We are using genuine Gates belts now.
thanks to West 3D. If anybody doesn't know, West 3D sells Gates belts. So does Fabrico. If you want to buy genuine Gates belts, that's probably a good idea. Good place to spend your money. Genuine Gates belts. Because they're the genuine. They're the genuinest. I'm going to get this kind of started a little. Grab the old pliers and give it a tuggy tug again. And make sure that everything is smashed down and in place on one side. That is way too sloppy floppy again. I mean, I know there's a tensioner at the top, guys. I get that. I shouldn't be fighting so much here, but because I have very little space there, there we go. I'm trying to get as much slop out in the belt before I tighten it down. Okay. There. Now let's just see something. Okay. We can keep that there. Now let's go up and see what happens. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass with that zip tie up there. Let's see if we can slide this down some. I think that zip tie might be a little too high. Let's get this top screw here tightened in to bring more tension to the mix. Let's see. More tension. More tension. There. Okay. Well, that's feeling better. There we go. I'll have to see if I have more Gates belt and replace these with some genuine Gates belts. I just feel better with Gates belts. I know that, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, belts don't matter. Belts are belts. Fine, whatever. But it's what I like. Okay? My printer, my money, or my lack of money. Potential sponsorships, you know. Is that enough? Would that be enough? I'm not going to do them today, guys. I want to get this thing printing today. I just was wondering if I had a big enough piece here to go down around the motor, up around the pulley, and back again. I might have kind of put too much on that one. I could have probably got away with doing two. Probably could have got away with it. I probably still can, but... Okay, now that that part's done, let's get this part tightened down. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Let go. Say no to belted Z. I would say, or I would, oh, try it as it is? Yeah, we're going to try it as it is. One Gates belt. We're going to try it. I just got to tighten this pulley screw a little more. Let me get the right, let's do this. Okay. Okay. Stand this thing back up. Knocking crap down, which is fine. You guys like to see more of the front view now, so let's pull this back out. Flip you guys up and around. Okay. There you go. In the machine. Here, let's line you up a little better. I did not cut those belts like an idiot. I probably should have cut them belts down because, like I said, it on the back here, when we lift this up, it's got to be able to go up higher. So that zip tie's got to come out. It's got to be able to come all the way up and bump. So the zip tie's gonna have to come out. So we're gonna have to cut this zip tie off. Let's see something. There. Okay. Let me make sure that I know I got that tight already, but yeah. Okay. Well, cut the zip tie against my better judgment. And let's trim the belt a little. Leave a little slack out of the belt because, let's see. Yeah, that definitely doesn't hurt. I could have probably left more, but we'll leave a little slack out the belt. Off the bottom here, I'm going to leave quite a bit more though, so I have a little room to mess around. There. Okay. Because that goes up and touches, but that cable chain constantly pushes it back down. See, the cable chain here is what's not allowing that to sit up. Okay. Stupid cable chain. Take a link out of the cable chain. Well, I was thinking about actually just lowering the mount back here where it's at, because it's just held in by 2 screws. I can just loosen it and lower it and push it down. So there's more than enough gap here where all these cables come under. So I could loosen it and drop it. Hi, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D. How are you, Keela? Hope you're doing well. You guys going live here in a little while, right? Couple hours. I'm sure that everybody will come over and watch. They enjoy watching you and Jeremy pick on each other. You silly kids. I got the fridge door on. I got everything going last night. And then I went in the house to decompress, and the next thing I knew, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was laying there watching TV. So, let's see. Take that panel out for a minute. Grab my big wrench, loosen this guy up. Yeah, of course, we'll just grab the damn driver, it reaches. Loosen that one. Loosen that one. Shimmy this down some. And we'll see if like bringing that down some will help. It may still need a link or two taken out, but let's see. With the back panel on, lift this up. And it still wants to push it down. Let's see. Still tight. We're going to have to keep that thing from smashing the the Z into the bottom though, because that belt jumping is not good. On a belted Z, it jumping like that is not good. So we're gonna have to make sure that the bed is in the middle all the damn time. All right, well, let's move all that crap back. Let's move this guy back. I got to at least put the back panel on because there's like a bit of an issue with the cables. This motor cable here, he cut them short, and instead of running these motor cables back here, instead of running these all the way up across the beam and then down, so it stays out of the way of the cable chain, he just ran them straight across. So if I don't have the panel on it, the cable chain will bind up. When it goes down low, it binds up in this motor cable. And the other option would be to go through the cable chain, but then as it goes down, it's going to yank down on the motor cable. So these should have went up across the bar back here. Here. These wires should have came up across and then down the middle instead of just going, you know, straight across the back here. So without that, it's kind of a pain. We'll be live at noon Eastern. We have Sparky, Zach over today. Cool. Cool. Awesome. I will be watching, but I'm gonna put this back panel on now. So let's get this back panel on again. Slide this up into place. That way it at least keeps the cable chain from trying to push down under the wire. So let's set this back down for a minute. Get this back panel at least semi-mounted in place. I'm gonna be watching. How's the biscuits and gravy, Keela? You snot, eating biscuits and gravy and not inviting me over for breakfast. I would have drove the like 6 hours for biscuits and gravy. Hell. Keela don't love me, guys. Do you see that? You guys all witnessed it. Keela doesn't love me. No biscuits and gravy for Dan. No love for Dan. It's all right, Keela. I still care about you, bully. The Mexican flag. Yeah, it's I think he was from Italy actually, so I think it's Italian flag, the Italian colors. The guy I got this from anyway, I believe. Could be wrong. Yeah, I believe the gentleman I got this from was from Italy, so he did it in the Italian flag colors. Which Italy and Mexico use the same colors. So, yeah, no. There's that. Okay. Back panel is held into place. Stand it back up. There we go. Move this back a little bit and let's see what happens now. I seem to get this thing to push some plastic now. Let's move these panels into the box behind me so I don't damage anything. And then I can sit down. We'll leave the door and the side panels off. I want to get the door back on because it's got Happy's, the etching that Happy did for me. Let's see something here. Let's go to Axis. Let's go to Home. We did that from the K-Pad, or the K-Touch. Blah, there we go. And Keela, you like those colors for a reason of, you know, Christmas. Still tight, still tight, still tight. All right. Z-tilt. Let's get it a little bit more focused for you. Let's see if it'll actually hit. I didn't even go look to see what the numbers are looking like. Hey, we're in tolerance now. Now that that back belt is tight again. Hey, we're getting closer anyway. Yep, too many retries. We're at 0.25 now instead of the other. But let's go ahead and Z-tilt again. See if we can get it to come back into range. Oh, it was so close, and then it went off. Yep, still too many retries and still not getting close enough. Let's heat the build plate and see what happens. Oh yeah, the belted Z, not the belated Z. Yeah. Yeah, belted Z is you know, like I said, they took the 2.4, the Trident and the V0 and smashed them together into one printer. I still think lead screws would have been nice all the way around. But 'tis what it is, you know what I mean? Let's see something real quick. I know, Chub, I just confused you. I made noise. I got my doggo Chubo out here with me. He's being a little snot. Boop. Boop. Bloop. Okay. Come on. All right. Homo. Yeah, belted Z is not terrible when it works. When it works. The almighty trick. When it works. Yeah, it's currently saying that my X and Y steppers are at 63.3 and 63.9, 64. So with little movement, they're pretty hot. Like all the motors are a bit warm. I'm gonna have to adjust the voltage on all of them. Like, look at this. Hold on. Let me go to the right screen. Look at those temps on the motors. Look at that. 64, 64, 59, 60, 57. It's crazy. I set the tolerance up a little bit. Too many retries, and even still, it was doing 0.02. Now it's doing 0.03, and it's still not wanting to cooperate. What the hell? Did that back belt jump again? That's going to piss me off. Nope, still tight. Still tight. Still tight. They're all still tight. Yeah, no trigger. Fuck, move. You didn't move. You gotta go. You can't just... The heat sinks are trying. Yeah, they are, but... It may be my issue is the motors are getting too damn hot. Yeah, we're going to bump that voltage down on the motors. Let's see if it'll actually get close to... Look, now that I told it to go to 0.3, it's jumping out of range at 0.3. So let's go down here. Let's go to printer. Let's come down here to our current. All right. Current run current is 1.2. Jesus Christ. I usually run like let's do, well, hold on. First mistake Dan just made. What was that? Anybody see? 1.2. Comment it out. Don't delete default values right away. 0.8. I'm going to do 0.8. 0.8. I'm going to do 0.8. I don't know. I just feel safer at 0.8. You guys can tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. Yeah, 0.6 would be your starting point and move up. Yeah, I'm going to do 0.8 and move down if I need to, Shane. Just silly me, you know. Yeah. Comment or save backup. Yeah, I just commented out. It's easier to come back in after the fact if I know it's working and just go from there. Let's see. So that's Z2, Z1, and Z. Now, where's my X and Y's? That's 0.8. That's 0.8. So we got X, Y, and then Z, Z1, and Z2. All right, save and restart. Let's throw a little less current at those things. I know he's probably running the higher current because he was probably trying to make this thing like a speed machine. Okay, great and all, but yeah. This might change your centralist homing values. It very well could, Losync, you are correct. Let's home real quick and see what happens. Nope, that one went. That one went. All right. Everything came up, everything touched, no issues there. Now let's hit. Probably should give the motors time to cool down a little bit too, huh? Let's see if they start cooling down. They are. They're cooling down. So they're like, no, that one just went back up a little bit, but let's see. .09, 0.03, 0.23. There we go. We got back in tolerance finally. Well, with the adjusted tolerance, but there. Put some tiny fans on it. Yeah. Well, I want to see something now though, because it's currently sitting at run. It should be at hold. Wait, let's see. Yeah, it's much easier to touch now. I'm using the back of my finger, which is more sensitive than the front of my finger. Well, the back is in like the outer side. Okay. All right. Well, we're getting places. Let's try to print this piece now. Let's see what happens. Let's print this part. Let's see if things are kind of coming together. Stepper drivers, not the steppers. Yeah, the stepper motors. You're right, Shane. But with less current going to the driver, that's going to be less, you know, less heat in the motors. So I just wanted to touch the motors. So let's cross our fingers, though. Let's just hope Dan's not a total moron. Let's just see what happens. See if this thing will actually print. Bed's heating up. They should power on, to be honest with you. Let me check and make sure they're on. Usually as you heat, yeah, they're running. The two skirt fans are running. They're Noctuas. Great for being quiet, but not so great for moving air. You know, Noctua. That should be their motto. You know, we're great at moving air, or we're great at being quiet, but we're not great at moving air. A loud, annoying fan moves more air. Let's see if that's right. Let's go to bench. Boop. There you go. There you go. Let's see what happens. It's either going to print or it's not going to print. We'll see what happens. Stepper motors, both are hot. That's no bueno. Yeah. The stepper motors were like, burn my finger hot. Hey, look at it scan the build plate. 30 by 30 scan. Look at it go. Why is the hot end fan on? Because the hot end's not heating up yet. Now it is. There you go. Hot end fan is now turned on. It's now going. It just heated the build plate to run the scan against the build plate, and now it's turning on the hot end. It's going up to 230 C. Okay, derp. Yeah, Los, the hot end fan doesn't just run to run. It's set to run at it when it powers on. And the hot end heats fast as shit. It's already, like, the fan kicked on and it's already at 205, 208, 210, 213, 215, 218, 220, 225, 228, 29, 30. 230. Hot end is now up to temp. You can see that it is oozing a little bit. I guess I should get ready to adjust the offset a little bit here. So let me scroll down and be ready in case I need to adjust my offset up or down. Well, JPP, you just watched to do a 30 by 30 scan of the build plate in seconds. Now imagine having to jump up, jump down, move over, jump up, jump down, move over, jump up, jump down, move over, 30 by 30. Okay. Other than the fact that it's printing too damn hot, and that filament is probably total garbage because this is not any filament in there now that I think about it, because I did, forget. That first layer was too close. So we got to back that up a little bit. But let's just see. How big a mess can we make? I don't want to get plastic all melted up around the hot end, so. Okay. Let's pause that. Let's stop it now. Let's see if it'll actually stop this time. Extruder temp min too low. Yeah, I know that. Why the hell does it do that to me? It's weird. Found CPAP duct for the SV08. You're going to get a CPAP on it? Phone just went buzz, guys. Give me a second. What the hell did my phone do? Oh, my wife sent me a TikTok. Chris Riley is currently streaming the box turtle. Guys, you want to go over there? Go watch Chris Riley build his box turtle. You guys have been watching me for 2.5 hours with like 15 minutes and you're running away. The hex pattern on the tool head? Yeah. Yeah, it's got a cool little pattern on there. Better stay here with me. Well, thank you, Will. Greatly appreciated, man. I keep hitting stop and it won't freaking stop or cancel the print. That is so annoying. I'll have to figure out why when I hit pause, why it doesn't cancel print when I tell it to cancel the print. It's super duper annoying. The hot end's already cooled way down. I got to put filament in it, because I did not do that. Part cooling fans don't shut off. Like, some of these macros that he's got set up are just a little off. They don't make sense to me, you know? Because certain things just don't work the way they do. Yeah, well, I told it to pause. It paused. Let's see if I hit, will it let it resume? It won't even let it resume either. And this is the macro that he set. So let's e-stop it, restart firmware. Everything is down. All right. First things first. I'm going to bump that Z offset out 0.05 because it was still a bit tight. Save config and restart. There we go. Let's go back to the dashboard. Let's get a better filament. Let's get that shit out of there. Good morning, Nick. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. That filament is in there. All right, let's heat up the extruder. Go 190. Get that hot end heating up. We'll push in a little, pull out a bit. I know you guys can't see it, but let me lift you up. See that blue piece back there? I'm going to reprint this in the green, the Galaxy Green ASA. And then I'm going to put that on here so that it'll match up. I'm going to reprint this part in the green Galaxy ASA because this is actually the Ambrosia Galactic Green. Or, yeah, Galactic Green, yeah. But let me find a roll of PLA that I trust a little better. What do we got? We got some Atomic bubblegum. Where is just Polysonic Pro? There's a little bit of black left. I got some Polysonic Pro green, not much. I'm running out of filament myself, guys. I am almost out of PLA myself, like good PLA. I got to go through my filaments and just get rid of some of the garbage stuff, you know? Yep, we're running out of filament for ourselves. I got giveaway filament, but I can't use that. I mean, I could technically because I was told do what you want with it, but you guys know me. That's not how I roll. There we go. Heat up the hot end and now it just lets it out. Pull that out of there. It's not how I roll. That stuff it has its intention. So that's what we're doing. We're using it as intended. You know, it was intended to be a giveaway item to go along with printers as we rebuild them and give them away. So that is where we're at. Lock that in, lock that in. Tell it to extrude some plastic. See if we can get some green out of there. Put you right on it. Nick, thank you for telling everybody to give me a like. I'll take them, man. If you guys want to give me likes, I'll take them. 25 at 5 extrude. There we go. You got white. There's some green. We'll go a little bit more. Let's do 10 extrude. There we go. Now it's green. Super Green. Anybody remember that movie? Who remembers that movie? Huh? Super Green. Name the movie. There. That's out of there now. Who can name the movie? I'm going to be like all the big YouTubers. You guys ready? I need some participation in chat. Everybody, name the movie. Come on. Let's get some chat going on there. Don't recognize that quote. In the movie, there you go. Alternate candidate. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for throwing in The Fifth Element. That's awesome. Yes, it was The Fifth Element. It was the line that Ruby Rhod, who was played by, who remembers who played Ruby Rhod? We're testing everybody's movie knowledge. I actually like Fifth Element. I think it was a really good movie, even though it's cheesy as shit. I still think it was a great movie. Chris Tucker, there you go, Nick. Nick, you were the first one I saw. You were close, JPP. It was a Chris, but it wasn't Rock. It was Tucker. Yeah. Jack, there you are. But yep. So, yeah. You just like her outfit, Dan. Oh, don't get me wrong, man. She is like, even still today, she's a gorgeous woman, but she's not my wife. What can I say? I'm a smart man. I know my wife is the most beautiful woman in the entire world. But Mila Jovovich is definitely not hard on the eyes. It's not my wife, though. Yeah, Chris Rock could never pull that off. No, Chris Tucker. Yes. All right. We threw some plastic in there that's a little bit better. We adjusted our Z offset. Let's home everything again. You mix up their names. It happens, man. That hot end fan is just freaking screaming. Oh my God, that thing is so loud. And it causes the hot end to fluctuate so much. I wonder if, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to mess with it. At least not right now. This is a 15-minute print. It's actually 3 parts. It says PLA. Should we just say the hell with it? Let's just go into Orca Slicer. Let's go into Orca Slicer. Let's set it up. I do believe the Pandora's box have a slicer profile for Orca. Let's see here. Pandora box. Orca slicer profile. Let's see if they have one. Orca slicer mastering the basics. Realistically, we'll just put it in as a V0 and we'll just adjust our X and Y and Z and then change our so yeah, let's just put it in as a V0. Anybody not know how to do this in Orca Slicer? Here, right screen. Go into Orca Slicer, click the little square up here, or not there, sorry. Click the little up above the printer, the little icon right here. Click that and wait patiently because it takes a minute. So click it and wait. Jack, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I am in a weird place, so now we're getting a little like, I don't know. Just enjoy, you know, just enjoy. You know, enjoy the odd ADHD-driven brain of mine while we go on this little adventure to set up a V0 that we're going to tell it to not be a V0. So let's go ahead and scroll down now. Scroll down to the Vorons. We could have just typed in Voron, but here we go. We're in the Voron section. Let's find the V0. Wait, where the hell's the V0? Trident 2.4. They don't have a V. Oh, there it is, V0. It's 0.12, but that's fine. It's got a 0.4 nozzle on it. So there's the V0. We'll hit confirm. And there's our V0, which is not a V0, but that's okay.
Generic ASA, nope. We're going to be using just generic PLA. And we'll leave the basic numbers, but now we got to go adjust the offsets and stuff. Let's first connect it. Let's click here. Let's type, not fan, Pandora.local, and hit test to make sure that it'll work. Got to click away, click test. Look at that, it worked. Click OK. And then we're going to call this one, instead of V0, we're going to name this one Pandora's Box. And we're going to take out the copy at the end because I don't like it when it says copy with 0.4 nozzle. There you go. Click OK. Now it sees it as Pandora's Box. The 0.15 nozzle. Ooh, yeah, JPP, you and your tiny nozzles. Generic PLA, got that there. There's all that. Now let's go ahead and if we click on device, we can go to machine, come down here, and then we can scroll down to our X max is 130. Our Y max is 117. Anybody making notes? Anybody making notes? I'll make notes. X 130. Y117, and what did we come up with for a Z height? Max Z115, Z115, and then hit enter and put it in chat. Now we can go back here. We can close that because we didn't change anything. Let's go back to prep. Let's click on this. Printable height was again 115, and then we go into set. And we have an X of 130, which is weird that it's wider like that, but it is what it is. And then we have a 117 on our Y. Click OK. Click save. Save. Done. Ta-da, there we go. Now we got our heights in. Same Bob. I would be scared of a clog. Yes. On a 0.15 nozzle, I would definitely be afraid. 0.25 is bad enough. Yeah. My life is ADHD driven, so it looks like I am in good company. Jack, yes you are. As long as you can follow the dopamine in my brain and kind of follow along with the scattered everything I'm doing, you'll enjoy my channel. Let me come back here. Again, you'll enjoy my channel if you can follow ADHD driven brains full of just dopamine that run you all over the place. If in your mind everything is just the changing channels on the TV, and while you're looking at one thing you're listening to another thing, but if you look at the thing you're listening to you can't fucking hear it, welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Dan. That's why you probably have me up as background noise, listening to what I'm saying and doing versus watching me, because if you watch me and try to listen to me, you're probably not paying attention. So hi. Just add caffeine and nicotine. Caffeine. Nicotine. There you go. All right, let's go back here. Bam. We got that in there. You guys know my test file. Let's go find it. Let's go find it. If Bob is floating around, Bob knows my test file. Let's go grab him. He's in here somewhere. I should put it right on the damn desktop or even add it in as like a model file just in the start. Where is he? 3D duck. Bam. There he is. The Dapper Dan duck. I don't think I got enough filament for a Dapper Dan, so we may have to play the push another spool through and change colors partway through, but we'll figure it out. Sounds like you found the right place. Thanks for the content, Dan. Altered Candidate, thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope you gave me a sub while you were here. Subs are awesome. It helps me get to my 2K by May. I've been doing a 2K by May for the last like 4 years, trying to get to 2K by May, because it just sounds good when it rolls off the tongue. That really is a good test file. It is, because when he prints, if all goes well, these ball joints for the legs work or they don't. And it lets you know if your first layer is smushed too much. Plus on top of it, you got some decent little overhangs here under the bill. So when you print this, you don't print with supports. So as long as the bill prints out nice, you don't have a lot of ugliness underneath, you're good there. So yeah, and Bob, just throwing this out there, good sir. Ifins you would. It would be really nice to know what the actual measurements are supposed to be, like from part here to part here, or from here at the end of the tail
to the tip of the bill, like from here to here, what it should be, from top of hat to butt, what it should be, and then of course across from wing to wing. If you could get what those measurements are based on the actual model file that you created, it'd be a great way to do like calibration testing. Maybe test the top of the hat across and front to back, since it is oblong. You know, just things like that would be kind of fun. It does roll off the tongue. Mrs. Lee Marie 3D Keela. That's why I say 2K by May. It works. 2K by May. You know, it would be cool to have 2K in May, but 2K by May just sounds better, and it kind of helps me want to push through April. And if I'm getting close in April, then who knows, you know? Use the measuring tool in Orca. Jack, now you're just making me do stuff, man. Come on. I'll have to play around with it at some point. I think it just got over 100 subs now. Nice, JPP. You're a mod. Drop your channel and ask people if they'd like to go follow, because you're going to be streaming again when? JPP is not new to 3D printing and the 3D printing space. He has done streams in the past. I will say this much, and it is just because I can and I want to, because this is my channel. JPP is a good dude. JPP's life started in the 2A community. If you don't like 2A, please understand that's fine. You don't have to, but you also don't have to voice your opinion here either, because I'm not talking about it, so you don't need to talk about it. I'm just bringing it up so you know, if you do some digging, if you go to his channel and you start seeing certain things, it's because that's what he's into. I support 3D printing in all of its forms. I don't care what you're doing with 3D printing. However, just be cool when you're here. That's all I ask. You know, again, for the people who are new to the channel, let me say this. Hi, I'm Dan. This is Maker My Nexus. I do 3D printing content. Mostly I do what I call the 3D printer rehab project. I rebuild old printers and give them away. This is a project for me because I'm out of printers to rebuild and give away. Most of the printers that I get are community donated. They give them to me. I rebuild them on stream, and then I find people within about a 100-mile radius of myself and give them away to them, because paying to ship a printer to someone is costly. However, if you send me a printer with the intentions of rebuild it and then give it to someone, as long as you're willing to cover any kind of shipping costs, shipping expenses, I will rebuild it and get it working, box it up to the best of my ability, pray that whichever shipping service either you want or I use, whichever the case may be, does not destroy said item and gets it to said individual that you are requesting it go to. That being said, when we're here, there are 3 rules. We don't talk about religion, we don't talk about politics, and we don't talk about current event situations. We don't want hot button issues going on here. This is just a place to hang out, work on printers, talk about general life and things that are going on, without causing fights, arguments, or disagreements. Your strong opinion to one way or the other is your opinion. Please keep it to yourself. If you choose to use that and you do want to voice it here, please understand that you may not come back here. I'm not saying that to be rude. Trolls are welcome. You can come in and troll. I enjoy messing with trolls' heads. That doesn't bother me. But if a troll is being super ignorant, super disrespectful, the troll gets the block. I don't care. But if they come in here saying stupid shit, we'll entertain it, because better they troll me than go troll someone who may not be as thick-skinned as I, and then cause them to run away from something they love and enjoy, like streaming. So, a deviceaholic, yeah. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm a deviceaholic. Hi, I'm Dan. I'm with Jack. We should do that one day. We should have like Printers Anonymous meetings, like a group hangout. Okay, JPP, there you go. There's your community hangout streams. You call it Printers Anonymous. Okay, and it's like you guys come in and talk about the mass quantities of printers or printing devices you have, and yeah, it's like once a month we do Printers Anonymous. Yeah, so Altered Candidate, thank you. I hope you have fun. I will warn you, my wife and daughters do tend to pop in from time to time. I have a 13-year-old daughter who is very loud and loves to tell stories. So sometimes you'll hear about arguments and disagreements she's having with friends. You'll hear about, my wife will tell you about how wonderful our babies are and how she doesn't want to like push them off of things or trip them or other things. You know, we're good parents. We love our kids. We say things, but we don't act on those. Sometimes it's just like, you know, I really wish I could hold your head underwater, but I would never do that. You know, it's just thoughts. And sometimes our mouths say what we're thinking. It doesn't mean that we're going to act. It's just like, you know, so. Jack, is Keela your sister? I know you say you have a sister. You have sister. Yeah, you have a sister named Keela. But is this like a long lost like family reunion on my channel? What? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. All right, let's go ahead and slice this little guy up. Let's go back here. We put the file in. We did that. A couple things I want to check is my strengths are 3, 4, and 3. We're good with that. We'll do 3, 4, and 3. 15% infill. I'm going to dump that down to 10 for right now. I'm going to change it from crosshatch because I want it to go a little faster. So let's go to grid. Everybody hates grid, so let's use grid. And then let's slice it real quick and let's see what it does. All right. Yeah. There we go. There's a little rubber ducky. By the way, if you don't know, this model is called the Dapper Dan Duck. It is by Built Over Bot and his missus. Mostly his missus. He'll tell you it's mostly his missus. If you go over to their things, which Built Over Bot can drop the link to if you want to get it, you just give them the like $4 or $5 a month or whatever it is, and then you get access to his files. You can get the Dapper Dan Duck as well as the Tech Jeeper Princess Duck or Tiara Duck. There's a Tech Jeeper Tiara Duck that he has that goes along with this. She just wears a tiara, whereas he wears the top hat. I do need to get, I think I have the tiara duck floating around somewhere. I think I did get that when Bob initially released it. I do need to get that. So, because I did have somebody ask me if I could make them a set for a cake topper for a wedding once as a joke. And I said I could probably do that. And I just never did that and never heard back from them. So Princess Duck. Yeah, is more of a test because she's got the tiara. So like, whereas the hat is pretty round, the tiara has more upsy downsies on top. But yeah. Wowzers. Maybe you guys are related. Maybe that is it. Dapper Dan on the Cocoa Press. That would be pretty sweet, but I don't think we could convince anyone with a Cocoa Press to try and do it. It would be awesome if somebody with a Cocoa Press wanted to print the Dapper Dan. I wouldn't argue. Probably be pretty tasty, especially if you didn't do infill and you filled it with hot cocoa. You can have like a little flappy leg duck that you could drop into hot water or like warm milk or whatever and let it melt down and make you a hot chocolate. Like a scene out of Terminator when you drop the little Dapper Dan duck into the hot liquid and watch it just melt away. If anybody wants to do that, if you have a Cocoa Press and you want to do that, please, please, please record him melting away. Play the little like audio track from Terminator 2 where like the T-1000 is getting melted away. Or no, wait, the T-1000 doesn't get melted away. It's the T-800 in the first Terminator. He gets melted. Where's in the second one too? Does he get melted in both? I know he gets smashed in, no wait, that's right. In T2, he gets melted away at the end. That's right, John Connor drops him into the vat and he melts away while the T-800 gets frozen, or the T-1000 gets frozen and gets shattered to pieces and then goes. Yeah, so play the little audio in the background when the T-800 is being dropped into the vat in T2. I had to put it together, guys. I had to put it together. But if you get a Cocoa Press or you have a Cocoa Press, please do that. Tag me in it when you do it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Maybe somebody can convince Taylor over at Connect Creator with his to do it. That'd be awesome. Take the Dapper Dan duck and be like, I don't even remember what the audio track is when he gets dropped in. Or just play the audio clip where like, I think they're like talking back and forth and then right into the hot water. And that's how ADHD works, guys. If you didn't know, that right there was a visual representation of ADHD. Quality seam back. Oh, you want me to put the seam on the back? You don't like the seam being all over the place? You want me to go in here and go into quality and then scroll down to the seam? Where is it? Bridging, overhangs. Where is, there we go, seam, there's seam gap, seam position instead of aligned, you want it on back. All right, there you go. I put the seam on the back now. So that way when you look at him from the front, there won't be a seam line all over him. It'll be right up the booty. Look at that, he's gonna have a seam line right up his booty. There we go. Do you not random seam? I kind of, you know, me personally, I don't mind. I don't mind if the seam's all over, but for the sake of low sync, we'll go ahead and we'll do the seam up the butt. So if anybody wonders why this duck has a seam up his butt, now you know. We're going to go ahead and print it. It says 58 minutes. Let's send it and see what happens. Let's go back to, there we go. He's in there. Oh, shit. I forgot to make sure that I changed the filament temps because 190 is not going to be enough. Not if it's going to print that fast. Your middle name is Daniel. Yeah, I know. Well, if you added an S to your middle name, I understand why. E-stop it? Nah, Los, we'll just let it go and I'll just bump the temps up. It won't be a big, it shouldn't be too big a deal. Yeah, since the cancel macro is borked. Yeah, we're gonna have to, we'll worst case scenario, I'll just go steal my macros off of the Hulk back there, off the switch wire. I'll just go copy my macros file out of there and then just put it in there and just adjust any numbers I got to adjust for whatever. But I'll just steal the macros out of there. That's the nice part about Clipper, guys. If you don't know, let's go back here now. If you don't know, the nice part about Clipper is you can just do includes in your printer config file, and then you can have like a default set of macro files that you use, that you want to use across all your printers. You just include that macros folder, and then you just copy that macro config to each one of your printers, and then your macros are there. You don't have to keep rewriting your macros every time. That makes life easy. If once you get certain things set up, maybe you have different files for different things, like you have a cooling file for all of your fans. So like you have a fans config, because you like to run your fans a certain way. Instead of having to go into every single printer config file and edit your fan settings, you can just have a fans.config file, do an include, copy that into each one of your printers. You're done. Like, making those changes is so much easier on Clipper than it is on Marlin, because for Marlin, every time you want to change something, you either have to do it in the slicer or you have to recompile and upload your bin file. It's a pain in the ass. You get 60 miles a gallon, but you don't drive far. Yep. Your car gets 44 miles to the gallon on the highway. Yeah, just so you guys know, like I said, I like to play the transparency game. So let's play the transparency game. Oh, now it just bumped up to 60 and 220. So there we go. I guess I didn't have to mess with that. But let's see what's going to happen here. There we go. It is doing its 3-point scan or a 3-point check. Let's see if the numbers are going to number properly. All right, well, it got mad about something. Probe tolerance, it only ran around once and it said that it was out of range. So let's go ahead and do a home haul real quick. This is the pain in the ass part about this thing being belted like this, is that nothing ever wants to like agree. Print is canceled. and I'm waiting for it to home. It's got to cool down the extruder to 140 before it'll do that, because your cartographer doesn't like to work above 140C on the hot end, because then the cartographer gets too hot. Kind of another reason why I don't care much for a probe like that. It's like, grr. But there it goes. It got down quick. That fan is blowing insane amounts of air. Z-tilt order the same as your stepper motor order? Should be, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, come on. Let's see. That one's good. One scan and it was done within tolerance. So now that we know that that worked, let's resend the print. Let's see what happens now. I'll go back to this one for you guys. There you go. Now you can see me. Hi, I'm right here. My printer's up there. Look, there's my printer. It's right there. It's going to print stuff over here. Rental car for shows, just fuel savings will pay for a chunk of it. Yes, yes, it will, good sir. Yes, it will. Almost printing, Benny. Yep, almost printing. So what I was going to tell you guys while we're waiting here is my wife and I are waiting our income tax return. I have a bad habit of buying used cars that I can pay for in full so that I don't have loans, because I have terrible credit and nobody wants to give me a loan, which I'm fine with. I'll buy. So my wife and I are looking for a decent little gas sipper car in my area that's going to be probably $2,000 to $3,000. I know that's a number that some people would scoff at and be like, oh, how dare you drive such a piece of shit? Because that's all I can fucking afford. So that being said, though, so I'm trying to find a nice little gas sipper. I don't care if it's a 4-cylinder, 5-speed, 6-speed manual. I don't care if it's an automatic. I don't care. The little Volkswagen that I've got from my sister is, you know, good. Yep, I have poop on my bed. But I don't care. The little Volkswagen I got from my sister is okay. It gets me back and forth to work, but it leaks fluids like crazy. It's not something I would want to road trip in, especially to like Colorado. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to road trip that thing to Colorado. So it's definitely not something that the wife and I are going to drive to Colorado. So we're looking for something. Little gas sipper. I don't care if it's, I prefer manual, to be honest with you, because I love stick. I love driving stick. It's awesome. I know I did that. That's kind of suggestive. If you saw that, good for you. Yep, got that off of there just in the nick of time. Did you see that awesomeness? I got that in the nick of time, because if Nick is still floating around, I did that for you, Nick. Look into a Ford Focus. Had good luck with them. 2010, probably about that value. Yeah, that's what I've been looking at. I've been looking at like Ford Focuses, Volkswagens, Mini Coopers, even trying to find like a Toyota. I know Toyotas are really good, but Toyotas tend to hold their value a little bit more because they tend to be pretty rock solid, and you can knock on Toyota all you want, but Toyota's little cars hold up very well. Don't get a Mini. Nobody can steal a stick shift. Exactly. That's the other thing. It's the Millennium. What did I call it? The Millennium anti-theft device. Because like no kids, like my youngest daughter, my 15-year-old, has the concept of stick. She knows how to shift through the gears, and she's done pretty good. My Saab that is, you know, currently sitting in my mother-in-law's driveway, has been since June of last year. She used to drive that back and forth up and down the driveway, and when I would drive, she would shift the gears for me because she enjoyed doing that. So that was pretty cool. If it was new, but it's BMW, yeah. They're quite pricey. I understand that part, but yeah. If you think the Pandora's box is bad, wait till you get a Mini. Yeah. Honda CR-V. Yeah, I'll check it out, you know. Why does the car have 3 pedals? Yep. Yeah. That was actually the question that the kids asked when I first got the car. They were like, why is there 3 pedals? JPP is 6'3", would be comfortable ride in the back of a Mini. Yeah, no, it would not be a comfortable ride. But that's the thing. The wife and I are looking for something small, gas sipper that I can use to get back and forth to work on, or forth to work in. It's a little better on gas. Hopefully our Trailblazer will get fixed here pretty quick. I got it taken care of a little bit, but then a new issue arose. So if all goes well, hopefully that'll be up and running soon. They have cars with 4 pedals. Yes, they do, built over bot way back in the day, and even still today, some of them have the old foot brake for the parking brake. And the best one is what's that button on the floor for? Does anybody remember the button on the floor in cars back in the day? Does anybody remember what the button on the floor was for? Usually the button was located all the way up against the kick panel on the side, on the left side, up against the panel, on the floor. 2 options, mostly lights. High beams on the floor, there you go. Yes, my grandmother had many a pickup trucks back in the day that had the little stop switch on the floor for the bright lights. You stomp it, turn on the brights, you stomp it again, turn them off, and then over the years they figured out if you put them up on the column, it was a little easier for people. The problem was too many people got their legs stuck in the steering wheel trying to turn the brights on and off. Or starter if you had a really old, yeah, or if you go really far back. Yeah, that was very true, Shane. You are correct. Back in the good old days, there would be, you'd step on the switch on the floor to spin the starter, and then when you would let go, it would stop spinning the starter. So you are correct, sir. That was like way back. But yes. I can't say that I have drove a 3 on the tree. I can't say that I couldn't drive it. I'm pretty sure I could. It would be interesting. I've never drove a 3 on the tree though. Your dad had a truck that was an automatic with a fake stick and pedal. And now, was it that your dad had the fake, or was it that somebody converted it to automatic? So the bed mesh went, everything is heated up now. We're just waiting to see if this thing's going to print, because I wonder if it's doing that heat soak thing that it said that was in there. We'll let it kind of sit here. It said 5 minutes heat, a 5-minute heat soak, which would be weird to do that, but we'll see what happens. It was a 1949 truck, so converted. Okay. So yeah, they just left the stick and the pedal in and just put the automatic in. Nice. Come on, little fella, do something. Saying 1% complete on the Konomi. See, the Konomi says 1%. We'll let it do its thing here, and we'll see what happens. If it starts printing, great. If it doesn't start printing, I'll wonder. But we'll give it the 5 minutes. If after 5 minutes it hasn't done anything, then we're going to assume it's not heat soaking the bed, and that part of the file is just being a bit of an asshole. So we'll see what happens here. Lever for timing on the steering wheel. Oof. Yeah, I don't remember that far back. But yeah, it's crazy how far we've come now. We got computers doing everything, which is making everybody's lives a living hell because everything just keeps breaking. I see some Gates belt here. Oh, I have a whole roll of Gates belt. That's right, because West 3D, I ordered some Gates belt from them a while back, and it shipped, but it got lost. So then Jeremy Lee Marine 3D, he had them bring the Gates belt with them to Rocky Mountain, and I picked it up from there. And then sure enough, when I got home from Rocky Mountain, the Gates belt showed up like a week later. So yeah, I ended up with some extra Gates belt. I said I'd pay for it, but I was told not to worry about it, and I wasn't complaining, you know. Y'all good? Gonna go jump over to the Lee Marie stream. Okay, if they're up and running, let's go over there and say hi to them guys. I
I'll post pictures of this over on X if it prints. If it doesn't print, well, I won't be a picture on X. So I want to go watch Jeremy and Keela anyway. So I've been going for 3 hours, 17 minutes. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I will post a picture and a video if it actually starts printing. If it does not start printing, well, I will mess around with it till it does. I will keep you guys posted over there. I'll probably post something in the community too, in the community tab or community post on here. So check there. You guys have fun. I'm going to go over, watch them. You'll see me in chat. Probably going to go find out what the family's got going on for the day. So someone post a link. Okay, hold on. Let me minimize this. Let me go over and grab their link. youtube.com/LeeMarie3D. There we go. Right click, copy, boom, control V. There it is. There's the link to their stream. They are live now. They are at almost 2.6K. So hopefully if you have not subscribed to them, go over there and give them a sub. Let's see if we can get them to 2.6K today. That'd be pretty cool. We get 2.6K. Hopefully I'll get 2.6 or I'll get 2K by May. That'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for going along for the ride. My usual spiel, stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, happy 3D printing and all those things. And also remember that an old printer is better than no printer. There's the cheesy tagline stuff out of the way. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day. Bye, guys.